Thank you for joining us today on KZSU Stanford 90.1 FM for our Technology News Update. Today we have an exciting update from Stanford's Byers Eye Institute, where they are in their second year of conducting a clinical trial to test whether stem cells can help cure macular degeneration, which is one of the leading causes of blindness in the United States. We are very privileged that we are joined today by Dr. Theodore Leng, Stanford's retinal expert, who is responsible for these clinical trials.
Age-related macular degeneration, or AMD as we call it, is the leading cause of blindness and vision loss in the older population of the United States and other industrialized nations. About 8.5 million people in the United States are affected by AMD, and about 1.75 million people have the advanced form, and about 1.6 million people are blind because of AMD. So it's the leading cause of blindness and visual impairment in our country, and that's why it's very important to find effective therapies for this condition.
What are some of the forms of macular degeneration, and when did physicians start thinking of using stem cells to try and treat macular degeneration?
So currently there are two forms of macular degeneration. There's a dry form and a wet form. Currently there are no effective therapies for the dry form, which affect about 85% of the patients with AMD. In the dry form, the retina degenerates and thins out over time, losing the neural tissue and the ability for that neural tissue to function and for patients to see. Right now, we prescribe antioxidant vitamin supplementation to patients with dry AMD in the hopes of trying to prevent progression of the atrophy or thinning of the retina. The stem cell approach is meant to help either replace the degenerating cells in the retina or support them by having the stem cells provide nutrients and other growth factors which will help the remaining retina survive and prevent further vision loss.
Are there other clinical trials that are doing the same thing, and how long does it take to evaluate the results?
There are multiple clinical trials ongoing throughout the country to evaluate different stem cell technologies for the treatment of dry macular degeneration. The company that we're working with at Stanford is called Stem Cells Incorporated, and they're located locally here in the Bay Area. And their technology uses an adult neural stem cell. So these are stem cells that have been differentiated already into neural cells, and therefore are not embryonic stem cells, which are a different type of stem cells that have more potential to become any type of tissue. And these stem cells are then transplanted under the retina in patients that have advanced dry macular degeneration. And those cells are then meant to help support the remaining neural cells in the retina and hopefully prevent the progression of macular degeneration. So the trial that we are a part of, and I'm the principal investigator for at Stanford University, is a one-year trial. And once the cells are transplanted into the subretinal space, we then follow the patients for a one-year period, and then we will know if there's any issues with these cells under the retina.
If the results prove positive and everything goes well, do you think there will be hope for this kind of treatment in the future?
Oh, definitely. I'm very positive about this technology. We've had very good preclinical data which supports this trial. The animal models that were used to show the effectiveness of these cells have shown really great results. And so I'm very hopeful that this technology will help our patients who have this advanced form of dry macular degeneration.
How long does the procedure take to add stem cells to the retina?
It's about 30 to 60 minutes total to do the operation, and it's an outpatient procedure. Patients are operated on under local anesthesia. They do get some sedatives to make them relax. They aren't out to sleep. And what we do is we go into the eye, remove the jelly of the eye, and then we transplant the cells directly under the retina, after which the patient goes home, and then we see them the next day to check on how they're doing. And then after that, we would see them at different prescribed times as indicated by the clinical trial protocol to make sure that they're doing okay, and also run some tests on their eye to see if they are having any adverse effects or positive effects from the transplant. We perform the surgery at the Byers Eye Institute at Stanford, which is our off-site eye-specific clinic and operating facility. It's a very modern facility.
Thank you for joining us today on KZSU Stanford 90.1 FM, and we would like to thank Dr. Theodore Leng very much for his interview. If you would like more information about the clinical trials we discussed today, please visit clinicaltrials.gov and search for stem cell cures for macular degeneration. If you would like more information about these clinical trials from Stanford's Byers Eye Institute, please call 650-498-9205. That's 498-9205 and ask for Christine or Mariana, who are the clinical trials coordinators. If you would like a copy of today's interview, please download it from our website, moderntechnews.com. That's modernteknews.com, and please follow the link to Technology News.